Seidu Salisu in the 46th minute. Haliru Ekawu gave the visitors the lead before a thunderous shot from Yaya Ibrahim extended the lead as the Malia boys crushed the Imo Bay side at the Southern Delta University main board Ozoro. Shooting Stars Football Club of Ibadan equally stayed the comeback with a 2-1 win away against Wadi Wolves. Igbunu Everoruma had opened the scoring for the whole side 53 minutes before two late goals from Omar Adegoke and Adam Mustafa gave the Oluyole Warriors their first away victory. Rangers International Football Club were held victorious to 2-2 draw, while Nasarawa United continued their impressive performances with a comfortable 2-0 win over Katsina United. Eyimba Football Club extended their unbeaten run in Lagos after playing at a 1-0 draw with Ikorodu City, where there were some I don't know what miscommunication about that game at some point and all that. While we're trying to keep tabs on it, I didn't quite understand what was happening with the scoreline and all of that. For the moment, I was getting a 2-0 scoreline and saying, what's wrong? What's wrong? Eventually, of course, we confirmed that Aimba got a point on the road against Ikorodu City right there at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena, Onikon, Lagos. On Saturday, we did see Plateau United beat El Kanemi Warriors by lone goal courtesy of Monday Gideon in the 32nd minute, while Bendel Insurance and Bayelsa United share the spoils one apiece. Okay, looking at the comprehensive rundown of the results, from March this year.
Well, of course, Match this season did give us some interesting, performance. The truth is, we saw some very interesting results, in the Nigerian Premier Football League. Some teams who had actually, yet to win in the Nigerian Premier Football League 2025-2026 got their first win of their campaign. You can lay claim to Barao FC's win against Con Khalifa. You can lay claim to Shooting, also getting their first win
on the road.
I mean, that certainly, must feel like some pressure eased off at the 3SC management. But then let's take a look at the comprehensive result. Of course, it was Plateau United who did beat El Academy Warriors 1-0. That was on Saturday on the 27th. We did see Bendel Insurance 1-1. That game settled right there at the Samuel Bemudia Stadium against Bayelsa United Prosperity Boys. You want to say, I think for Bendel Insurance, they would certainly feel happy because they were one man down in that game, and of course they will feel okay. I think it's one point end for us right there at home. Wiki Tories and Rangers. Well, I actually thought Wiki had actually wrapped this up. They were 2-1 up. I think in the later stages of that game until Enugu Rangers came back, to get a point off their host Warri Wolves. The Seasiders did lose at home in Ozoro, to Shooting Stars. That was one away win I didn't see coming on March day 6 in the Nigerian Premier Football League. And to think that Shooting have been wumbling and don't say fumbling, difficult start to the season. But then for them to get this win against a newly promoted side in the Nigerian Premier Football League, maybe, just maybe, this is where the season, really will start for 3SA Football Club. And of course, Nasarawa United, comprehensive win against Katsina United. It was Kun Khalifat, unfortunately, who lost at home to Barao FC. And Ikorodu City in Lagos were able to get the better of Eyimba. Eyimba is unbeaten this season. I mean, home, away, Eyimba is standing strong. They've picked points on the road. As a matter of fact, they've picked maximum in this campaign. They're looking really strong, Eyimba Football Club. But I mean, I always knew it was going to be difficult. If you ask yourself, Eyimba have really made Lagos feel like home for themselves. I mean, so Ikorodu knew it was going to be difficult to beat Eyimba, and for Eyimba they went up first before Ikorodu responded. But good results, if you ask me, on the whole, for Eyimba Football Club. Match day 6, yet to drop maximum point. I think coach Stanley Azundegoma must really be feeling excited, about how his new boys, because the team is largely about 80-90% new faces, how they're beginning to integrate and how they're able to express themselves. I think it's a good one, really for Eyimba. But then, let's see, it's still early days, you want to say. We have about 32 games, 32 games more to play, in the Nigerian Premier Football League space. So, wish Eyimba the very best. And for other teams that are beginning to pick results well, let's see if they're able to hold their own against some teams during the course of the Nigerian Premier Football League campaign.
Okay, well, that's what it is. Kudos to Eyimba Football Club, a point on the road. Not a bad one at all. That is what it is. And of course, we also had two of Nigerian. We had some Nigerian teams, about 4 of them, involved in the Intercaf Club tournament at the weekend. I can tell you this morning, of course, it was good news, for Rivers United. Yeah, Rivers United were able to secure maximum points at home. Remo Stars,
Remo Stars, yeah.
Of course, quite a very convincing performance against Zilimanju of Comoros.
Comoros,
They
5-0.
4-0.
4-0 away.
Away
But
for,
both games were played here actually. So
well, both games. So they won 5 goals on
on the aggregate.
aggregate, for Remo Stars. What a way to start there, for them. And of course, Rivers United was some.
It ended goalless
Mhm,
away from home. And of course, here at the Nest of Champions in Uyo, Rivers United were able to pick up a 1-0 win against Ajus du Congo,
mhm.
meaning they've progressed to the second Premier League. Stephen Mayo, the score sheet there for
The former Imba
the former
man.
Imba man there for Rivers United. And in the CAF Confederations Cup, we also did see, games. Kwara United, unfortunately, with their prowess away from home against Ashanti Kotoko, where they lost 3-4, really to the Ghanaians. I was hoping they would put in, a similar performance here at home, but guess what? They weren't able to do that. They lost 1-0 against Ashanti Kotoko. They've been knocked out, of the CAF Confederations Cup. And of course, for is it
Abia
Abia
Warriors.
Warriors?
Yeah.
Abia Warriors, where they traveled away from home against Joliba. And, well,
I think,
OJ.
I think they lost by a goal to nothing in that one.
Well, I mean, not the best of news. I think we've been in the CAF Confederations Cup. We have no team to represent Nigeria, but then in the CAF Champions League, it does look like it's going to be Remo Stars, the league champions of the 2024-2025 season, and of course, our runners-up Rivers United, who will be carrying the flag of Nigeria in the CAF Interclub competition.
So what it means is that the journey for Warriors, the continental journey, has ended. Of course, losing 2-1 on aggregate, following that 1-0 loss yesterday to Joliba of Mali. They had won the first leg, yeah. They had drawn the first leg,
1-1.
I couldn't, get, another draw on the road, and that means Warriors have now settled over, to the CAF Confederation Cup.
Unfortunately, they lost that one. I was hoping they would put in a stronger performance, but I knew it was going to be difficult. It's not difficult for them. Having not won Joliba here at home, they had to leave it really late, talking about Joliba, to get that point against Abia Warriors. And I think it did pay off eventually for them, because that game in Mali was, I think it was just too close to call. And 1-0 win, it was a slim win. But then, I mean, the end of the road really for the first timers on the continent. I hope they take their lessons. I hope they've learned their lessons. I hope the team, the management, have also learned what it means to play on the continent. Maybe cho. Have what it takes to play on the continent. I'll be wishing them the very best as far as the season is concerned.
Well, whatever this means for Nigerian football, I actually feel really, really, really hot for Kwara United, really, because having played the 4-3 game away from home.
Yes, 7-goal thriller.
Amazing. 7-goal thriller. I mean, how they lost and playing at home.
If there was one team I could vouch on, really, it was Kwara United. If there's one team, that did look like, boy, we're good. The energy from the state government, the energy from sport enthusiasts in Kwara, I think it was high. It was octane level.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking they would take that, to the game here at home. But guess what? I mean, OJ, CAF competitions, international competitions are quite different, from the local league. You have to bring your A game. Whatever energy it is, that you did use to prosecute that away game, probably have to twice that, because the away team will be feeling, with one goal, these guys are good to go. And I think that was my feeling. I just felt Kwara United can slot in one against Ashanti and maybe lock shop. But that didn't happen. Unfortunately, they actually conceded. And here we are talking about Kwara United, being outside from the CAF Confederations Cup. It's not a good news, really, for me this morning, particularly because I actually felt they had everything in it to go through against the Ghanaians. But Ghana have knocked us out again, and that's my pain this morning.
Okay, that's the Spain this morning. Don't forget there is that unending rivalry between our Ghanaian brothers and Nigeria.
Charlie,
always that battle. Yes, be it in sport, in politics, in the kitchen, everywhere, that battle is on. The Ghanaians have been having the last laugh in this instant.